All right, moving on to number 20. Number 20 says, how many hydrogen ions are present in a 14.6 milliliter aqueous solution of sulfurous acid, given that the density of sulfurous acid is 1.03 grams per milliliter? Okay, so the first thing we have to know is, what is sulfurous acid? So we know from our naming rules, we know that things that end in OUS go to, things that end in ATE go to IC, and things that end in ITE go to OS, right? So something like sulfate would go to sulfuric, something like sulfite will go to sulfurous. So that's the one that we're looking at. We're not looking at sulfate, we're looking at sulfite, which if we knew from our polyatomic ions, sulfite is our SO3 2- compound. So with that being said, we're looking for hydrogen ions. So let's start what we're given. We're given 14.6 milliliters. I know my density is 1.03 grams per 1 milliliter. That cancels my milliliters. So now I'm in grams of sulfurous acid. So I need to have known, this is important because I need to know the mass of sulfurous acid. Because now I'm going to use the molar mass here. So I know for every 1 mole of H2SO3, right? We're talking about the acid. If the acid has a 2-, it needs 2 hydrogens to balance it out. That's going to weigh approximately 82 grams. Okay, so grams cancel. Now we're in moles of H2SO3. And remember, we wanted H ions. So I know for every 1 mole of H2SO3, I have 2 moles of H. And then lastly, I know for every 1 mole of H, I have 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd H ions. Right? Avogadro's number. So let's go ahead and backtrack here. So I had 14.6 milliliters, which I got from my equation. Then I used the density to go to grams. I used the molar mass of sulfurous acid to go to moles. Then I did a mole-mole ratio within sulfurous acid to go to moles of H. And then I just used Avogadro's number to get H ions. So this question was important. You had to know naming, and you had to know how to do stoichiometry, because if you didn't know sulfurous acid was H2SO3, you wouldn't have been able to get the molar mass. So with that being said, if you go ahead and plug this into your calculator, you should get 2.21 times 10 to the 23rd, or answer choice number 2.2 times 10 to the 23rd. Yep, answer choice number 3.
The Teaching Center, UF's Learning Resource Center.